good, YouTube? Back here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a wave haircut. We're going to be doing a temple and nape tape. Also cleaning up the bit of facial hair that it does have. Cleaning it up, making a nice mustache and goat. As you can see here, the waves are in there, but my boy looking rough. So we're going to get him crispier than that turkey on that Thanksgiving table. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there that's watching. Appreciate all my subscribers. Thankful for y'all, of course. But let's get into the video. First of all, we're going to go ahead and comb out the hair. I have the wide teeth on the comb, and I'm just directionalizing all the waves where they need to go, making sure that we get everything directionalized, especially in that calic area. But now I have that one guard. Actually, this is a one open. So I hit it with a one open first because he wasn't too sure if he wanted a 1.5 or 1. So I knocked it down with a one open and show him what the waves look like, and he wanted to go lower. So we went down and got that one guard, closed it, and then from there we're just knocking all that bulk off. You want to make sure that you are doing even strokes when you're doing this, when you're going with the grain. You don't want to dig. You want to make sure that you're just laying the clipper flat and riding the wave, basically. Just ride the wave with that clipper, and you'll get all that bulk knocked off evenly the way it needs to be. So now we're going to get to that tape, the taper on the nape. So right here I have my no guard lever closed, and we're just balling out that bottom portion of his hair. We're going to make our initial guideline. And as you can see, it's like I like to call it a sad face taper, because that's the type of guideline I initially make, because what I'm doing essentially is making it to where the edges are darker. So when you do the edge up on the backside of the nape, you'll have those crispy lines on the sides. Now what we're going to do next is going to have that lever open slightly, and we're going to just start raising that fade up. So you're going to raise the lever, you're going to open it up about a quarter of the way, then halfway, then 3/4 of the way, and then as you slowly open that lever, you're going to be fading out that panel of hair. But now we got the one guard, throwing that on there, and these are all just simple steps. You know, you use one guard, you use the previous guard with the lever play, and you knock that panel of hair out. So as you can see, like I said, you got that the previous guard, which is going to be your half guard. So you have the half guard, and you're just lever playing. And essentially lever play, that's all you're doing, is you're opening the lever a little bit, fading up, opening the lever a little bit more, fading up, open the lever up a little bit more, and then fading it all out. And right here, you want to make sure that you're spreading the skin on the nape, especially because people always miss out on the neck portion of haircuts, because I don't know, I've noticed that a lot of people don't really just pay attention to it, you know. And it's a harder area to fade out because of the occipital bone if you're not really taking your time to actually fade it out. So that's what you want to do, is make sure that you're stretching out the skin and fading up. So now we got the one guard lever play, and we're just opening and just getting out any bit of areas that we see that are dark. Now the next guard that we're going to use is going to be our 1.5 guard, and we're going to be lever playing with the 1.5. Now I know I haven't used the 2 guard at all, but it's because I went with a 1 all the way around the head with the grain, so I know that my 1.5 is going to fade into that. I've been cutting waves for a while now, so I kind of know, you know, what's going to fade into what. And if it didn't fade into that, I would then get my 2 guard and fade that out. But it worked out, so now we're hitting the lineup portion of the haircut. And like I said, the way we faded with that sad face bald line, that's gonna make our edges darker so that we have a crispy edge up like you see right here. And we're just gonna hit it on both sides. You want to make sure that you have symmetry in your haircuts always. But you can see my boy dipping, he's in there. I had to wear a life jacket when I was cutting his hair, because those waves are getting deep. I'm not trying to drown, you feel me? But let's get to the side, the temple tape. And first of all, we're gonna go ahead and ball it out. Now I'm getting all that the hair that he has on his cheek, or the facial hair off his cheek, because I already have the trimmers out, so I may as well get that knocked out while I'm doing this. But then we're gonna go ahead and revert to that no guard lever open. Shout out to my boy Davey. Go follow him, Big D Blends. You can tell he be skipping leg day the way he be hobbling off the camera right there. But anyway, back to the tutorial. One guard, we already did the lever play. Now we got the one guard on there, and we're just slowly raising that fade up. So simple processes when you're cutting wave length hair. You want to make sure that you are going with the grain with the waves, unless you know the client is really trying to make a drastic change and get everything knocked out. But when you take a guard and just go against the grain, you're gonna patch him. So you got to be very careful of how you're cutting waves, because one little mistake can really mess it up. So make sure you're paying attention to your processes, and make sure you're paying attention to how you're cutting. So you can see right here, I'm using the corners. You know, you want to make sure you utilize your clippers to their full capacity, to their full potential. You're not spending $150 to $300 on clippers just to not use them to the max potential. So make sure you get everything out of your clippers. So now we got the 1 guard lever play. We'll go ahead and raise it up into that 1.5 we just used, a lever close with the 1.5. So right here, you know, on little dark spots, you want to make sure you just, you know, tapping in with the corners of your clippers just to make sure you get that out. Now on this side, like I said, if I wasn't able to fade it in with the 1.5, then I would do the 2. So that's what I'm doing. This side is a 2, and then I'm laying the hair back down with that 1 closed with the grain, and then what you can see that it's all coming together here. You want to make sure that you're detailing. So I got that 1 guard on there, and I'm just, you know, messing with the lever, just knocking out any bit of dark spots I have. And after that, we're going to go ahead and hit that edge up around the ear. We're going to bring that all together. So we're going to bring that nape taper and just blend it with the front taper, make everything flow together. Now what I got here are the Anda Slimline Pro LIs, not zero gap, straight out the box, still hitting, as you can see in this video. And I'm not a big fan of zero gapping clippers, because I do have a lot of younger clients and elderly clients, so that kind of doesn't sit too well with sensitive skin, which elderly clients and younger clients usually have. So that's why I hit it with the shaver around the ears, and that gets it nice and bald around that area as well. And when you get it balded out around the edges, super bald, that makes your edge up pop even more, and it makes the haircut pop even more. But on this side of the haircut, we're doing the exact same thing we did on the opposite side. We got that symmetry going with the haircut, which you want on every haircut. I can't stress it enough to just follow your processes when you're fading up on the taper. Just don't dig too deep with your guards and stuff, because you can really patch somebody if you're not careful cutting waves. The clippers I'm using are the Wall Magic Clip Metal Editions. I have the Finely Fresh premium guards. You can order from them. On Instagram, it's at Finally Fresh. They have blue guards, clear guards, black magnetic wall guards for the wall clippers. They have a lot of stuff, so go check them out, and I'm sure you'll find something that you want to buy. Also, I'm using the Anda Slimline Pro LIs, a baby brush I got from Sally's for like $1.50, and also the Anda shavers. But yeah, you can see that the taper is coming out nice and blended. It took me a while to learn this texture of hair. I remember when I was in the military, I tried to cut one of my roommates, and that did not end up too well because I patched them bad. But we came a long way from that, so we here now, and we putting out crispy work. So now we're getting the front portion of the edge up. I sprayed some spritz on the front of the edge up to harden up that lineup area, so we can get all the hair knocked out nicely. When you spray the spritz on the front of the hair, it holds it together easier, so it cuts all together. I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope it makes sense, but you know, try it out. Spray some spritz on the front of the edge up, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But right here, I got the half guard, and I'm going with the grain on the mustache, so we don't knock off too much. We're just knocking out all the stragglers that are sticking up, and then we're going to edge it up along the lip line. Now, after we knock this portion out, you're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the goat and just make sure that everything is edged up nicely along the top. And I don't really focus on getting hair on the bottom of the neck yet, because I do that when I tilt the client back to use the razor to edge up the lineup area. It just makes more sense to be able to get the neck area when the client's tilted back. But you can see that we're doing the vertical bars now, getting those knocked out. Everything is just coming together the way it needs to come together. He is dipping, as you can see in that light right there. That boy is wavy. He's been brushing, he's been ragging, he's been doing everything right. So last time he came in, the waves weren't as deep as they are right now. They were looking a little rough last time, kind of just looked like a short haircut, but now you can tell that this boy is waving. So right here we're doing the edge portion with the razor. I'm using the triple cartridge razor holder from Tune 45. Go check them out. They have solid gear. Highly promote all of their products. I have not been disappointed by anything they have put out. Completely honest opinion review. This is not sponsored. This is just my opinion, and I mean, they make things for barbers by barbers because they are barbers. Company made totally by barbers. And right here we got the Tune 45 black brown color enhancement, which we're gonna throw in our Beam Team XL. Got the SEANCUTSHAIR color card. You can go to his page and check him out. And I think he's sold out right now, but he will be re-upping, and you'll be able to get you one. But this color enhancement card is just, you know, makes life a lot easier. It has the curve for the C cup. It has the 90-degree angles on there for edging up the straight portions of the haircut. I highly suggest you try to get one of these when he does re-up and has more, because he's completely sold out. So that just shows you, you know, how much of a commodity it is. So when you're spraying this, you want to make sure that you're spraying evenly and not too much. You want to make sure you just get it to where it looks natural. You want a natural looking edge up. So that's what we're doing here. Yeah, but that's the cut basically. We're gonna go ahead and edge it up where we put the color enhancement. So before I edge up, I usually put like the alcohol. I'll spray the razor with alcohol, so that way I can maneuver the color, because it dries really quick. It dries instantly when it hits the skin. So you want to make sure you spray a little bit of alcohol on that, so that way you can move that color. But we got my boy hooked up. We got him that extra crispy, like I said, using that Tune 45 triple cartridge razor. Great razor, like I said. Boy's dipping. You can see the waves in the light. It's just there, you know. And that's the goal for this client right here. He wants them super deep. So I think he's gonna keep on brushing and ragging and staying consistent, because it is a lot of hard work. You know, it's a lot of consistency, and you know, that's something that he wants. So he's gonna put that out there, just like I'm gonna put out these consistent haircuts. I'm going to try to give you guys consistent fire content always. But there is the haircut. There's the before at the bottom left corner. And there is the after, you know, completely blurry, completely crispy. Boy's dipping. Get you a life jacket, because, you know, this boy is swimming. He's swimming. But that's the haircut. I appreciate you for watching this video. If you got something out of this video, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram @jblends_, and I appreciate you for watching.